Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today, we've got the first day of the Elite Eight. We got two games we're going to be breaking down for you guys. We have number 12 ranked Oregon State taking on number 2 Houston, and then we have number 3 ranked Arkansas taking on number 1 ranked Baylor today. So we should have a couple good games tonight for March Madness. But before we get into the video, before we get into the recap of what happened yesterday, you guys know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. You can also follow us on our social medias at BetsEarl on Twitter, at Earl Sports Bets on Instagram. We also have a Discord link if you guys want to join that. The link to that will be in the description of the video down below. And we also have merch if you guys want to get that. The link to that will be also in the description of the video down below as well. And as always, leave me your best bet for college basketball today in the Elite Eight in the comment section below. All right, recap of what happened yesterday. Day 2 of the Sweet 16. We went 2-2. Yeah, it was one of those days. It was just meh for college basketball. Creighton, I don't know if anyone's going to beat Gonzaga now looking at it. This is beginning to be ridiculous. They're just kicking the crap out of everybody they play so far. So Creighton was just the next victim, 83-65. They only lost by 18. They were 5 points off of covering the spread, but they were down 20 points most of that game. So that just wasn't going to be that close. And then Alabama was our only other loss yesterday. They lost to UCLA in overtime. Props to the Bruins. I've faded them every single game, and they burned me. I bet Michigan State against UCLA. I bet BYU against UCLA. I bet Abilene Christian versus UCLA. I bet Alabama yesterday, and they just keep burning me this tournament. So I don't know how to approach them next game because they will be playing Michigan, which should be an interesting game for them. Going on, Michigan, they took care of business yesterday against Florida State. We had them -2. They took care of business 76-58. And then USC taking care of business as well, taking care of the Oregon Ducks 82-68. So a good result for us to end the night there. We finished 2-2 yesterday. We're 31-28 in March Madness. So we're not doing terrible. It's just like we're going 50-50 most days. So it is what it is. But let's head into today's video and today's slate. Massive 2-game slate here. We have Houston starting it off, taking on Oregon State. 7.5 point spread, -355 for the Cougars, plus 285 run back for the Beavers here. 20-12 Oregon State enters into this, representing the Pac-12, which has 3 teams in the Elite Eight. I definitely underestimated this conference. I definitely didn't think this many teams would make it that far. I didn't think the Pac-12 would have 3 teams when ACC has none. But Oregon State's had a decent run through this tournament. They knocked off Tennessee in the first round. They knocked off Oklahoma State in the second round. They knocked off Loyola Chicago in the Sweet 16. And they'll be taking on the Houston Cougars, who come into this 27-3, representing the American Athletic Conference. They knocked off Cleveland State in the first round. Then they went on to barely edge out Rutgers, which they honestly should have lost that game. And then they absolutely kicked ass against Syracuse the other night in the Sweet 16. But for this one, I'm going with the dog. I'm going to start it off. We're going to go with the dog plus 7.5 points. I don't have too much value on this line. I have Houston winning this game by around 5.5 points. So we're going to be going with the slight value here of the Beavers of Oregon State. So that should be a good, a decent game here. And we're going to go with the dog to keep it close. May sprinkle a little bit on the plus 285 money line, but actually I don't know if I'll get all the way around to doing that. But we're definitely taking the plus 7.5 points with Oregon State in this game. And then the next one, we have number 3 Arkansas taking on number 1 Baylor, -375 for Baylor, plus 305 for Arkansas. And this one really puzzled me for the line. I thought Arkansas was a little bit better than what they were giving them credit for. Arkansas coming in 25-6. They were 13-4 in the SEC conference, representing the SEC. They knocked off Colgate in the first round. knocked off number 6 ranked Texas Tech, and then they knocked off number 15 Oral Roberts. So they've had a decently easy run, other than Texas Tech. Colgate and Oral Roberts weren't the greatest teams that they had to face, but they beat the teams they put in front of them. So props to Arkansas. And they're going to be going up against a really good Baylor team, though, 25-2 on the year, representing the Big 12. They knocked off number 16 Hartford in the first round, number 9 Wisconsin in the second round, number 5 Nova in the Sweet 16. And this is a really dangerous Baylor team. But I feel like this Arkansas team is going to give Baylor a little bit more of a run for their money than Villanova did. Villanova looked great in the first half and then collapsed in the second half. I like Arkansas in this match. I think that they can keep it close. I like both dogs today. I think this is going to be two games where they're going to come down to the wire, and these two teams are going to have to win the games in clutch time, which leads to, I think these are too many points these teams are having to lay. So for today, we are going with the Oregon State Beavers at plus 7.5 points, and we're going with the Arkansas Razorbacks plus 7.5 as well. Probably a little bit of sprinkle on the money line for Arkansas before I would do it with Oregon State, but probably a little bit on both is what I'll probably end up doing. But I'm going with the money line, or with the spreads for right now. Both the teams plus 7.5 in Elite 8 action today. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with the video here at Our Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And let's make some money. Let's cash some bets and some Elite 8 action today in college basketball. Peace out, guys.